If you will, raise your hands and we will get questions to you. All right, first question is John Hale.
Brad, obviously Mark was pretty upset with the way the defense played in his comments to us on Monday. Just what has the response been from your group this week in practice, especially with the difficult challenge that's coming Saturday?
Well, absolutely. I don't think anybody was pleased with how we performed. It was disappointing. But I think the response has been really good. I think the guys have shown a lot of energy out at practice. Obviously just got off there and, had a really good physical, crisp practice out there. Proud of how they flew around, and we need to carry that on. Obviously a really big challenge this week. But you know what? You only get so many of those in your life. You get to go play a number one team at their place. I think our guys understand that. But it's about, we talk about all the time. It's not just what you do on the practice field. You got to go do it on Saturdays. And, so we've got to be more consistent. We've played well at times, at other times we haven't. We need to find that consistency level.
Josh Moore.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Josh.
The depth there at inside linebacker, how are you feeling about that? Is DeAndre okay? Is kind of what is that? How is that all shaking out right now?
Yeah, we're going to be okay. I mean, it's you're 7 games into an SEC schedule. I mean, and we knew going into the season, especially at that position, guys are going to get dings here and there, and that's why trying to create depth at that position was so important. Obviously, Bem got quite a few snaps in the game, which was good for him. But we need to play really well in that position this week. We need to play well at every level this week, to be able to compete and, live up to the standards that we set for ourselves. And that's why we play this game. We play to have the opportunity to go into opponent stadiums and, perform on a high level on a national stage. And so, yes, we know what we're getting into.
John Long.
Hey, Brad, Mark was pretty pointed in his remarks. I mean, when he talks about players being passive and standing by and watching and even accusing some of them of padding their stats. Do you agree with that assessment? What can you maybe reinterpret what he was trying to say?
No, I mean, obviously what Coach said, and if there's any clarification that needs to be done, it'll be through him. But I understand, there are times on that we say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. The tape is the tape. And there were times when, there were plays to be made and we didn't go make them. And we have to be ready to make them all the time, no matter the situation. Up, down, first quarter, fourth quarter, doesn't matter. And, we did not do that. And that's, that starts for me. I've got to continue to demand, and again, I think the guys have responded this week. I think the coaches have continued to pour everything they've got into this game plan and into coaching technique. We continually evaluate, how we do things. And I think that's why Coach has been so successful, because each and every week we evaluate ourselves. We don't rest on our laurels. And we set standards. And if we don't meet those standards, we don't shy away from talking about it. And we've addressed all those things.
John Hale.
Brad, you all were so good on third down the first month or so of the season. I think it's, 26 for 46 the last 3 games. Anything in particular that's showing up on third down that's been such an issue?
It goes back to that last point we just talked about. There are plays to be made, and we are not making them. And, some have to, come down to recognizing the formation. Some come down to play calls. I probably should have called some better play calls. Some come down to a guy has to execute what was called. So there's a variety of things, and those are the things that create, frustration. And again, we've addressed that situation. We need to continue to improve, and only time and results will show if we have.
Josh Moore?
Brad, when you look at just all the playmakers they have, is that something? I mean, I know you guys want to go out and play consistently against everybody, but against a team like that just has so many guys like that, do you ever say to your guys or the position coaches say to the guys, I mean, go out there and make some plays because, this is something that scouts are going to be watching. This is something that, I mean, they watch all the tape, but against, guys that are first-round picks across the board, I feel like this is an opportunity to kind of, show what these guys can do.
I think they already know that. We don't. I don't know about anybody else. I don't tend to address that. Trust me, the players these days understand the magnitude of every game, which who they're playing, and not from just a team standpoint, but from an individual standpoint, and who they'll be weighed against. So to add, it's kind of like when you're recruiting a young man, out of high school, and he wants so badly, to earn a scholarship, and that he presses and he gets so worried or nervous, if he has a bad play, what's that going to look like on tape, or this and that. And if you start playing with that as your mindset, then you play soft, you play timid. If you make a bad play, you start to hang your head, your shoulders droop, the whole thing. And what I try to do is emphasize just play the game. If you can maximize your potential and your talent within the scheme of the defense, within the technique that you're being taught, that's all you can ask for. But we obviously we don't. Anybody can walk up to somebody and say, "Just go make the play," but you have to tell them how to make the play, and you have to teach them how to make the play. And that's what we try to do every week.
John Clay?
Brad, when you look at Mac Jones on film, what do you see?
Oh, I see a guy who's playing really confident football right now. He understands where to go with the ball. He does a really nice job pre-snap, of identifying, what front, what coverage you're in. He can make all the throws. Obviously, he's got great trust in those wide receivers, and I can see why. They don't drop much. They create separation, on vertical routes, and when they're in an intermediate route and there's coverage that's pretty sticky, they understand how to come back for the ball, extend their hands. They do. They're a quarterback's best friend. So they, again, and then he can hand that ball off to Harris and to Four. It's with that big old line in front. I can see why he's confident.
Lonnie Demery?
Brad,
Yes, sir.
You're on mute, Lonnie.
J.J. Weaver. J.J. Weaver was awarded the Freshman of the Week award this week. Walk us through what you think went into him getting that award. What did you see him doing that merited him getting that award? I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying, tell me how he played. What do you think he did well?
You know what JJ's doing well right now is he's just cutting it loose. He's just playing. It's not perfect from a technique standpoint. It's not necessarily perfect from an alignment or an ice. You know, we're getting better each and every week. But what he's done is when the ball is snapped, he's playing fast. He's playing physical. He's using his length. He's got good pop to him. So when he strikes a blocker or he strikes a ball carrier, you know, they go down. You know, and I think every game he's gaining more and more confidence. And we need him to have a big game this week, you know, and continue to grow, you know, as we progress through the back end of this season. But, you know, you can see him, again, in the classroom the light bulb starting to go on a little bit more than it has in the past. You know, he asks good questions. So, you know, I'm optimistic, you know, about, you know, his trajectory, but we need to keep moving in that way.
Jeff Drummond?
Hey, Brad, when you
Hey,
think
Jeff.
someone like Alabama that's so balanced and good at doing so many different things, where do you begin to attack that? And what's the, I guess, for lack of a better term, what's the priority for facing them on any given snap?
Oof. We understand, you know, the challenge that it presents. That's the bottom line. No one's going to, you know, beat around the bush there. You know, they average 7.8 yards per play, you know, about 12 yards per pass attempt, you know, 6 yards per rush. I mean, if you load the box to stop the rush, they're going to go, you know, hit you in the pass game. I mean, I think it's over 15 yards per completion. If you back up to, you know, lighten the box to try to handle some of the pass, you know, again, that's a big physical offensive line that does a great job of rooting out big D linemen, creating a new line of scrimmage. Then you hand it to a 230-pound back coming downhill. So where do you start? You know, you got to just try to mix it up, and guys are going to have to make plays. There's going to be no perfect calls. Guys are going to have to rise to the challenge. They're going to have to win one-on-ones. Guys are going to have to go against really talented players in situations that may not necessarily be all that advantageous, and they're going to have to come out on top. They're not going to win every one. I'm not going to beat Coach Sarkisian in every play call back and forth. But what we have to do at the end of the game when the tally's made is we're going to have to make more plays than they do. And there's no great place to start. You know, the place to start is you got to try to get them off schedule. They're as efficient an offensive football team on first and second down as I've seen since I've been back in college.
Okay, folks, thank you very much. Coach White, thank you for your time today, and we'll have players in here shortly.